Imagine being one of the richest men on the planet, but then, whilst you are minding your business, a meeting is being held up in heaven, which will test your faith to the core. But not only that, but you lose everything you owned for apparently no fault of yours. This is the story of Job, the man who lost everything but refused to turn his back on God. But let's wind back to the beginning to find out how he got here. There was a man in the land of Uz, whose name was Job. And that man was perfect and upright, and one that feared God and hated evil. He had been blessed with 7 sons and 3 daughters, and owned thousands of sheep and thousands of cattle. Not only that, he was known to be the richest man in the East. His sons often went and feasted in their houses. Everyone took turns, and sent and called for their 3 sisters to eat and to drink with them. Whenever their feast were ended, Job sent and sanctified them, rising up early in the morning, and offering burnt offerings according to the number of them all. Because Job felt that perhaps whilst they were feasting, they might have cursed God in their heart. This man's righteousness was so impressive that it caught heaven's attention. Now there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan came also among them. And the Lord said unto Satan,
From whence comest thou?
And Satan replied,
Well, as usual, I've been moving to and fro the earth. Why do you ask?
Hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and an upright man, one that feareth God and escheweth evil?
And Satan replied,
Yes, I am aware. I have been moving to and fro the earth, and I noticed your servant Job. Does Job fear God for naught? Hast not thou made an hedge about him, and about his house, and about all that he hath on every side? Thou hast blessed the work of his hands, and his substance is increased in the land. But put forth thine hand now, and touch all that he hath, and he will curse thee to thy face.
And the Lord replied,
Behold, all that he hath is in thy power. Only upon himself put not forth thine hand.
Well, trust me when I say I will make his life a living hell.
And Satan left the presence of the Lord to begin his numerous attacks.
I see you all hiding among the rubble like chickens, when you spent your whole life drinking and partying. No prayers, no fasting, nothing. Just parties. It is not you that I'm after. It's your father I want to provoke. But in the process, if you lose your life, well, it is what it is. Come out of your hiding place, or else I will teach Job I am a madman. All right.
You slay me! Yet will I trust you!
Michael, I want you to put a stop to Satan, lest he completely destroys my servant. Make sure you summon him here in my presence. Well done, Michael. Now summon him to my presence immediately. Now I summoned you here to give an account of what you've been up to. Where have you been, and did you take notice of my servant Job, that there is still none like him on the earth, a perfect and upright man, one that feareth God, and escheweth evil?
You put too much confidence in a man. Allow me to touch his bone and flesh just this once, and he will curse thee to thy face.
Have you considered the fact that my servant Job still holds fast his integrity, although thou move me against him, to destroy him without cause?
Well, as I said, allow me to touch his bone and his flesh just this once, and he will curse thee to thy face.
All right. Behold, he is in thine hand, but whatever you do, make sure you don't take his life.
Now this is where the fun begins. Where is he? Isn't he meant to be here? Keep following me. You will soon join your ancestors. Ah, there you are.
And Satan smote Job with the most painful boils he had ever seen. As time passed, his predicaments only grew worse. He prayed, he fasted, but nothing changed. But in all of this, Job did not charge God foolishly, neither did he blame God. It was so bad to the point that Job had to use broken pots to scrape himself. Day and night Job battled with restlessness and pain. As his wife looked upon him with sorrow, it wasn't easy. A man who had everything, and now losing his health wasn't something that was easy. He felt he had lost it all. No hope, no family, no friends. Everyone had forsaken him. Even those he had helped were nowhere to be found. They all abandoned him when he needed them the most.
Just curse God and die. Just curse God and die.
Job must have sinned against God, definitely.
I did not do anything. Why is everyone blaming me?
Job must have sinned against God.
I'm telling you, I did not do anything.
Definitely must have sinned.
Oh my God, what is all of this? Just leave me alone.
Job had lost hope, but there was someone else who remembered him.
Job, it is I, the Almighty. I want to talk to you. Where wast thou when I laid the foundations of the earth? Declare, if thou hast understanding. Who hath laid the measures thereof, if thou knowest? Or who hath stretched the line upon it? Hast thou commanded the morning since thy days, and caused the dayspring to know his place? Hast thou entered into the springs of the sea, or hast thou walked in the search of the depth? Canst thou bind the sweet influences of Pleiades, or loose the bands of Orion? Canst thou bring forth Mazzaroth in his season, or canst thou guide Arcturus with his sons? Shall he that contendeth with the Almighty instruct him? He that reproveth God, let him answer it. Wilt thou also disannul my judgment? Wilt thou condemn me, that thou mayest be righteous? Now to you, Eliphaz. My anger is kindled against thee, and against thy 2 friends. For ye have not spoken of me the thing that is right, as my servant Job hath. You assumed my servant Job is suffering punishment because of sin. You also misrepresented my character, and spoke without knowledge. You used partial truths to draw false conclusions and showed a lack of compassion. Therefore take unto you now 7 bullocks and 7 rams, and go to my servant Job, and offer up for yourselves a burnt offering. And my servant Job shall pray for you, for him will I accept, lest I deal with you after your folly. And I will restore to you the years that the locust hath eaten, the cankerworm and the caterpillar, and the palmer worm, my great army which I sent among you. For your shame ye shall have double, and for confusion they shall rejoice in their portion. Therefore, in their land they shall possess the double, everlasting joy shall be unto them. And I will turn your captivity, and also give you twice as much as you had before. I will also bless your latter end more than your beginning. I will give you 14,000 sheep, 6,000 camels, 1,000 yoke of oxen, and 1,000 she-asses. I will also give you 7 sons and 3 daughters. And in all the land no other women will be as beautiful and fair as your daughters, and you shall give them an inheritance among their brethren. But not only that, but I shall also give you an additional 140 years to live, and you shall also see your sons and your sons' sons, even 4 generations.